I'm Tyler Austin from Gungnir Strategic. Thank you so much for watching. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a review of Precision Armament's brand new offering on the market, and this is their TiTREX Suppressor. I believe that's how it's pronounced because it's Ti as in titanium, TREX, so TiTREX. I could be wrong on that. I probably should have double checked on that prior to recording this, but if I'm wrong, I am wrong. I apologize for that. But regardless, this is Precision Armament's brand new offering on the market when it comes to suppressors, and as the name implies, it is fully titanium, which is one of the bigger selling points for this to me and in titanium suppressors as a whole, because it is very, very lightweight. This is a full-length can, and without the ASR hub, it comes in at 8.6 ounces with an end cap, which is really light for a full-weight suppressor. With the ASR Bravo hub, this adds quite a bit of weight to it because it is steel. It comes in at 11.2 ounces, which is still quite lightweight for a full-length suppressor. If we compare that to the Silencer Co. Omega 300 with the steel and the same exact length, this comes in at 15.6 ounces. So the difference between these two cans, simply because this one's titanium, is nearly 6 ounces, which is significant, especially when you're adding this weight to the end of your rifle. It is absolutely noticeable. And that is with the same exact mounting hub, by the way. But outside of it being titanium, there are some other really cool features of this. But before I get into that, I need to let you know that Precision Armament did send this out to me for the purposes of testing and review. I am full disclosure when it comes to that stuff, so that is something you should be aware of. But one of the really cool features of this particular suppressor, outside of it just being fully titanium and therefore lightweight, is that it actually has interchangeable cores. So the body itself is the actual serialized part, and the core, where all the baffles are, that is completely interchangeable. So you can, in the event that you are one of those rare people who actually shoot enough to where you wear out the internals of the suppressor where it needs to be replaced, the core itself can be completely replaced. You can change the caliber of the cores, or if like maybe a year or two down the road they update the core, you can get a brand new core and just update the internals of the suppressor. So the core itself is completely interchangeable, and that is a very interesting feature that not a lot of suppressors out on the market offer. Now, personally, I got this can in 36 caliber. I do that for several reasons. Number one, it just makes it more versatile. I can shoot anything from 5.56 on up to 9mm through this, so I can put this on basically all of my guns, which is really nice. It just makes it more versatile. But on top of that, especially when we're dealing with baffled cans, running a larger diameter bore, especially when we're shooting things like 5.56 or 300 blackout, that greatly reduces back pressure. Now, that does come at a cost of decibels. It's going to make the suppressor a little bit louder than if it was a dedicated 5.56 can. However, because it's baffled, running a larger bore definitely reduces back pressure, and it is very significant. So I got the 36 caliber version of this. However, they do make a 5.56 and a 30 caliber dedicated version of this. However, again, it has interchangeable cores. So if you ever want to change that, maybe you're like, I'd rather this can be 36 caliber, then you just get the a different core for it and an end cap, of course. So that's one of the nice features of this with the interchangeable cores. You are capable of using Bravo hubs on this, which is really nice because I personally like to run Silencer Co. ASR mounts, although it adds quite a bit of weight to this. Virtually all of my rifles have some sort of ASR device because I am a big fan of their locking system. So that's a nice feature, but you do have the ability to direct thread it or run any other Bravo compatible hub on the market. And it has interchangeable front caps as well. It does come with a standard front cap, and it also comes with a brake. So with that being said, let's just get into the meat and potatoes of this. How well did it perform? Well, a few days ago, I spent a good amount of time on the range, and I was able to put a lot of rounds through the suppressor. I predominantly ran 5.56. However, I also shot 300 blackout and a little bit of 9mm through this too. And overall, the suppressor performed quite well. First off, you definitely notice the weight difference between having this on the end of your rifle versus this. It is very noticeable, and it is one of the biggest selling points of titanium cans, in my opinion. So in terms of weight, big plus on that. In terms of sound, it was a little bit louder than I expected it to be. Even with 9mm, it was still a little bit snappy. Don't get me wrong, it's still suppressed. It was just louder than I expected it to be. However, I need to be fair. The entire time I ran this can so far has been with their muzzle brake end cap. Now, in my experience and in my opinion, muzzle brake end caps on the end of suppressors really increase the decibels of that particular suppressor, and it's quite noticeable in most cases. So that's one of the big reasons why I'm not a big fan of brakes on the end of suppressors. However, whenever I get a brake included with the suppressor, I do like to run it just to see how it performs, and I did the same thing with this. And does it help a little bit with muzzle rise? Yes, a little bit. However, in my opinion, muzzle brakes on the end of suppressors aren't worth the extra noise, weight, and length to really compensate for the little bit of muzzle control you'll get from it. They're just not worth it, in my opinion, in most cases. At least I haven't found one that's really worth it yet. So although the suppressor was louder than I expected it to be, I do really think that was more due to the brake than it was the actual suppressor. So next time I run this, it's going to be with the standard end cap, which is what I have on there now. And I suspect it will be significantly quieter than it was before. But overall, I think it performed quite well. This has become one of my favorite full-length suppressors, at least in the time that I've had it so far. I really like how lightweight it is. And on top of that, the back pressure was quite minimal for a baffled suppressor, but that's largely due to me running a 36 caliber bore on it rather than like 5.56. If this was a 5.56 dedicated can, I'm sure I'd get a lot more back pressure out of it, but overall the back pressure on it was more than manageable. So yeah, overall I really like it. Super lightweight, interchangeable cores, which is very interesting, Bravo compatible, removable and replaceable end caps. I really like this thing, and if you are looking for a really lightweight full-length suppressor, especially maybe if you want this as for a bolt gun or something like that, or I mean, I ran it all on semi-autos, it does just fine on that too. I'd definitely give this one a look, especially if you want something with interchangeable cores for whatever reason, if you want to replace them or just make it more modular. Maybe you want to have multiple cores for the same suppressor, so that way you can make it 5.56 dedicated, 30 caliber dedicated, or whatnot. Yeah, I definitely give this a look if you are in the market for a titanium suppressor, especially one with the features that it has. And overall, I really like it. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please like and subscribe. Also consider joining my Patreon for exclusive deals, discounts, and content. Link is down in the description below, of course. I'm Tyler Austin from Gungnir Strategic. Thank you so much for watching.